Is it time to buy or sell Pfizer stock? In this video, we are diving deep into Pfizer. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 1st of October, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. As of September 30th, 2025, our system has categorized Pfizer as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Throughout this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, demonstrating a gain of 6.79% since we first suggested purchasing Pfizer 2 days ago. This results in an average return of 3.39% per day since it was designated as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 indicates that our system predicts significant volatility and risk for the next trading day. In light of the most recent developments, we cannot ascertain the stock's future direction, as it could move in either direction. The stock has broken the wide and falling short-term trend upward. Firstly, a slower falling rate is indicated, but this may very well be an early signal of a trend shift. On the reaction, there will be support at the roof of the current trend that has been broken, which is $25.62, a level that may present a second chance to capitalize on a rise. According to fan theory, $28.36 will be the next possible trend top level, and thereby pose a resistance level that may not be surpassed at the first attempt. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential decrease of 2.31% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging between negative 17.87% and negative 8.02%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of negative 12.72%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could range from negative 36.82% to negative 12.72% over the next year. In current terms, this would put the future price somewhere between $17.19 and $23.75. Our latest daily update for Pfizer includes the headline. On Wednesday, Pfizer stock price gained an impressive 6.79%. The Pfizer stock price gained 6.79% on the last trading day, Wednesday, the 1st of October, 2025, rising from $25.48 to $27.21. It has now gained for 4 consecutive days. It will be interesting to see whether it continues this upward trend or takes a brief pause in the coming days. During the last trading day, the stock fluctuated by 7.27%, with a low of $25.58 and a high of $27.44. The price has increased in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 13.14% over the past 2 weeks. Volume decreased on the last day by 22 million shares, with a total of 140 million shares traded for approximately $3.8 billion. It is important to consider that declining volume alongside rising prices can indicate divergence and may serve as an early warning of potential changes in the days ahead. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price was $30.43, while the lowest price was $20.92. Currently, the price is 10.58%, or $3.22 below the 52-week high, and 55.91%, or $34.50 below the all-time high reached on the 20th of December, 2021, when the price peaked at $61.71. Pfizer experienced a significant increase today after the company reached a notable pricing agreement with the White House. They have committed to selling medications at considerable discounts through the new Trump Rx platform, extending most favored nation pricing to Medicaid and securing a 3-year tariff reprieve linked to further investment in domestic manufacturing. Shares rose by approximately 7% following this announcement and positive feedback from analysts. The stock's highlighted dividend yield of 6.75% is attracting income-focused investors once again. In the short term, this agreement alleviates a major regulatory concern, enhances market sentiment and trading momentum, and increases demand from yield-seeking investors, all of which could sustain further growth in the coming weeks. However, looking further ahead, the discounted pricing and most favored nation commitments may pressure profit margins, even as tariff relief and domestic investments reduce policy risks and strengthen relationships with the government. If gains in volume or efficiencies in costs can balance out the price reductions, Pfizer's cash flow and capacity for dividends should remain stable. If not, investors will closely monitor earnings and margin trends as the true effects of this deal unfold. Analyst ratings. On Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025, it was reported that UBS assigned PFE a neutral grade with a hold action. On Tuesday, the 22nd of April 2025, it was reported that Cantor Fitzgerald assigned PFE a neutral grade with an initiate action. On Thursday, the 27th of March 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned PFE a neutral grade with a hold action. On Friday, the 28th of February 2025, it was reported that UBS assigned PFE a neutral grade with a downgrade action. On Wednesday, the 30th of October 2024, it was reported that Goldman Sachs assigned PFE a buy grade with a hold action. Analysts have assigned Pfizer stock a general buy rating. They consider the price-to-earnings ratio as neutral and the price-to-book ratio as neutral. Regarding return on investment, the analysts have rated the stock as a strong buy. The following signals have been identified for Pfizer. The Pfizer stock shows buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, suggesting a positive outlook. However, there is a general sell signal due to the long-term average being above the short-term average. During any downward corrections, support may be found at levels of $24.59 and $24.72. A drop below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Thursday, September 25, 2025, and since then, the stock has risen by 15.3%. Further increases are expected until a new top pivot is identified. Additionally, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Notably, volume decreased during the last trading day despite the rise in prices, indicating a divergence between volume and price, which could serve as an early warning. Therefore, it is advisable to monitor the stock closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal 5 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 1 day ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal 3 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal 3 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal 17 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal 3 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 3 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages shows a buy signal 63 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Pfizer. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $25.48 and $24.75. There's a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level since, if this is broken, the stock may then fall to the next support level. In this case, Pfizer finds support just below today's level at $25.48. If this is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $24.75 and $24.58. This stock is usually traded at a good volume, and with minor daily changes, the risk is considered to be low. During the last day, the stock moved $1.86, or 7.27% between high and low. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 3.85%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Pfizer, let's briefly cover some key fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric assesses a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A relatively low PE ratio may suggest a subdued outlook for the company's future or indicate that the stock is undervalued, presenting a potential buying opportunity. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 4th of November, 2025. Analysts have reached a consensus estimate of 79 cents. It is essential to monitor these figures, as they can have a significant influence on stock prices. Now let's explore some potential day trading levels for Pfizer. Currently, there is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, indicating that the stock could rise rapidly under favorable conditions. In this scenario, it may be wise to enter a position and utilize volume to guide your exit strategy. On the downside, Pfizer's first support level is at $25.48. If this support level holds, it could present a promising entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Pfizer from multiple analyst sources is to buy. Now, let's review some recent insider trades. The 5 most recent insider trades were conducted by Albert Bourla, who bought and sold 123 shares or options in the company. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we have found that the insider power is positive, with a ratio of approximately 41.228. In total, insiders purchased 5,983,254 shares and sold 2,459,930 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $26.37, representing a decrease of 3.10%. This stock exhibits low daily fluctuations, which contributes to a lower risk profile. Additionally, a buy signal has been identified from a pivot bottom established 4 days ago. Is Pfizer stock a good buy? Pfizer presents several positive indicators, yet we do not find these sufficient to deem it a buy candidate at this time. Currently, it should be viewed as a hold candidate, suggesting that investors may either maintain their position or accumulate further shares while monitoring for additional developments. Due to minor weaknesses observed in the technical analysis, we have updated our evaluation of this stock from a buy recommendation to a hold. After examining the volatility and movements from the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Thursday, the 2nd of October, we anticipate that Pfizer will open lower by approximately 467 thousandths and commence trading at $26.74. We remind you that trading involves a significant risk of losing money, and it is advisable to consult with a financial advisor before making any decisions regarding the purchase or sale of securities. It is important not to base your investment choices solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a beautiful day. With warm regards from all of us here at StockInvest.